Happy Tuesday, Year 3! Welcome back to another day of our literacy learning, and today we will be carrying on with our Key Stage 2 reading books, and this one is for the Year 3 book, so hit pause on the video and make sure you go and get that now for me. Before we do our learning, I've got my superstar shout outs, and my first one is a massive shout out to Zane. Hi Zane! Zane, your sentences blew me away for your warm up on Friday. Should we read one together? I wish I lived in a captivating, vibrant jungle. I think your adjectives captivating and vibrant are outstanding, and they work particularly well together in a 2A, so well done. And my next ones are for Poppy May and Macy B. Hi guys, you have been in school and you have been working extremely hard in your literacy learning, so I wanted to give you two a big thumbs up. Okay, for your warm up today, you will need your whiteboard and your pen, so hit pause on the video and make sure you have got them ready, because today you will be making a list of 10 adjectives, and we know adjectives describe a noun, using the last letter of the last word to make the next one. That sounds a bit complicated. Let me show you what I mean. I have given you some examples on the board. So I thought of my first adjective in my head, and I love the adjective extreme, because I know that is a wow adjective. Extreme. And I know that extreme ends in an E. So that means that my next adjective has to begin with that letter. And I had to think of another adjective that started with A, but it has to be a wow one. Energetic. Okay, like an energetic cheetah. An energetic ends in a curly K or a C, so then I chose my next adjective as colossal, which is a better word for big. So in total, I would like a list of 10 adjectives on your whiteboard. You can even number them 1 to 10 for me if you would like, okay? So off you go. Okay, for your learning today, Year 3, we are going to be talking a little bit about meaning. And we spoke about meaning last week. So let's read our learning question for Tuesday, the 2nd of March together. Can I understand the meaning of a word in a sentence? So we know that everything in life has a meaning. And sometimes we can find the meaning, for example, of a word in a dictionary. It tells us what it is. Okay, so can I understand the meaning of a word in a sentence? Okay, so today you will be looking at the text in your reading book, and we've got a lot of questions about the meaning. And I'm going to teach you something today. I'm going to teach you something called homonyms. Can you say that word? It's a little bit difficult to say. Homonyms. Okay. So a homonym is where a word, so one word, can have two different meanings. I'm sure you can think of lots of words that have a different meaning. And I have found some here, so should we take a look? Batter has two meanings. I like fish from the chip shop that is covered in batter. The batter swiftly prepares as the ball came shooting at him. So batter can mean the coating that goes on food, can't it? Just like the fish in a chip shop, okay? Or you can have a batter in sports, so sports that use a bat. You are the batter when you are swinging your bat, okay? And then I have the word date as well. Today's date is March the 1st, in fact it's March the 2nd, 2021. My favourite fruit is a date. They are so juicy. So my words batter and date are in fact what? They are a homonym. Say it again, get some good practice in there. Okay. So, here I have a question for you, Year 3. Let's see if you can answer it correctly. My sentence says, Miss Morgan is teaching at present. And I'm teaching right now, at present. Okay. Can you spot the homonym in this sentence? Can teaching mean more than one thing? Can Miss Morgan more than one thing. But can present mean more than one thing? Yes, it can. So sometimes our sentences or our questions ask for the meaning of the word in context. So can you repeat that word? In context. That means, well, what does that word mean in that sentence or in that text? So you can't just guess, ooh, okay, a present is a gift straight away, because that's the first thing that I think of. You have to read the sentence and think, what does that word mean in that sentence? So let's have a look. Put a tick next to the meaning of the word present. Now, if I'm looking at this sentence, does present mean a gift or does it mean occurring right now? Okay, let's see if you got it correct. It is in fact occurring right now. So even though present can mean a gift as well that you open, in this sentence it means occurring right now. We know by now, Year 3, that when we are doing our reading questions in our book, we usually have one particular reading skill that we will have to use quite a lot. And lots of our questions include this. And I've got a clue on my board here. What is it? It's retrieval. Retrieving and recording information or recording the answer. So we will be using this skill today, our retrieval skills, but we will also be using our skills of looking at the meanings of the words in the sentence. Today, Year 3, in our reading, we are in fact on page numbers 16 and 17, and we have a brand new text for today. And it is a narrative. What is a narrative? A narrative is a story, well done, and it is a fiction story, so it's made up, and it's called The Viking Warrior. I love Vikings, so I think I'm going to love this story, and it sounds like you might do as well. So I'm going to read this at the same time as you to find out more about our story. And then we are going to answer page number 18 and 19 today, all of the questions on those pages. But what's important before we read our text to look at first so we understand it better? It's the vocabulary. So let's go through some of our vocabulary first, and then that will help us to understand the text and to answer the questions. Okay. So my first word is detested. This means that you really dislike something. So Miss Morgan doesn't really like peanuts that much. I really don't like the taste of them, so I detest peanuts. We've got endeared him. This had not endeared him. Endeared means when you captivate somebody, okay? So if you are endearing, that means another person might want to get to know you more, okay? They are really interested in you. I find watching television at night quite endearing. I enjoy it. I want to do it more. Okay. We've got his stony face hid a simmering cauldron of anger. Stony face just means a little bit grumpy and there's not much expression going on in your face. So this is stony. Okay, it's quite grumpy. We have got she had snapped that as a single parent. In this context, so in this sentence, snapped means that she snapped. Okay, when she spoke really quickly. Okay, she snapped at somebody, she was telling them off. And then the last one we've got on page 17 is swiveled. All eyes swiveled to a small dark-haired boy. So swiveled just means turned, okay? So your neck swivels. Okay, so now that we've looked at some of our vocabulary, I'm going to read the first paragraph with you, and then you can read the rest independently. So make yourself comfy now and let's read it together. Tristan had never liked school. From the moment he was dragged kicking and screaming by his mum into the reception class 3 years ago, he had detested every single second that he spent at Summertown Academy. This had not endeared him to his teachers or children, and his stony face hid a simmering cauldron of anger at being forced to be there. Oh, he hated school. He did not realise that this made the other children avoid him, and although he pretended that he did not care, he often looked longingly at pairs of groups of children playing happily together. Oh, I didn't speak about longingly, so that means that he looked at other children, okay, and he really wished that he was like those other children, or he wished that he had friends, okay? So what you are going to do now is you are going to hit pause on this video and read the rest of the text yourself. Now remember, what did we say about this text? It may look like a lot of writing, but you've got some big pictures that take up a lot of space, and you've got big borders that take up a lot of space. So you will read the story very quickly, and it looks like it's very interesting as well. I wonder what's going to happen to Tristan, and what is going to happen to the Viking Warrior. Okay, so hit pause on the video now and find out. Okay, so I hope you carefully read that text so it can help you with your work today. So let's turn to page 18 and let's do our question set 1. So number 1 is a retrieval question. Okay, so it says, for how long had Tristan not enjoyed school? Oh, for how long had he not enjoyed school? And I know at the beginning of our text it spoke about Tristan not really liking school. So I know that I could probably retrieve that answer from somewhere here. So it is time period. Was it a day? Was it a week? Have a look. Okay. Number 2, use the text to decide if the following statements are true or false. So we know a statement is a sentence. And if it's true, it means it's right, it's correct. And if it's false, it means it's wrong. And this is also, again, a retrieval question. So let's see which ones are true and false. I would read the first one first. So, the children in Tristan's class do not like him. Oh, is this true or false? Now I remember it spoke about the children here. So think, did the children dislike him or did they like him? Tristan lives with his mum and dad. Tristan has a cousin called Jenny, and Tristan likes playing with cars. I would probably look for the most important words in these sentences to help you to find them quicker in the text. So I'd look for children, mum and dad for number 2, cousin and Jenny for 3, and playing with cars for the last one in your text. And then the last question on this page, give 2 reasons other than he doesn't like school why Tristan wants to be homeschooled like his cousin. Why does Tristan want to be homeschooled? You're very lucky, it's another retrieval question, so you'll be able to find your answer in the text. Now, the number 1 rule here is you can't put he doesn't like school as one of your answers. Okay, so give me 2 reasons why he doesn't like school. Okay, so now we are on page 19, and don't forget, year 3, you can pause the video after each question that we spoke about, and then you can have a go at them before you move on. Okay, so number 4 says, match the words from the text on the left, so we've got 4 words here, with the correct meaning on the right. Is this what our learning was today? Finding out the meaning of the word in the text. Okay, so let's see if any of them are homonyms first. Detested. No, that has 1 meaning. Snapped. I know that snapped has 2 meanings. Snapped can mean spoke quickly. Snapped. Okay, but snapped can also mean like a crocodile snapping. So that is a what? That is a homonym. Okay, so you are going to have to look for this word in your text and see what the meaning of it is. Droning and swiveled. And then you've got your meanings on the right. Said angrily, turned around, hated, and speaking boringly. Now I think the first one's quite easy. So once you've done the first one, it will be easier to match the meanings to their words. Okay. And it even says here as a tip, don't rush questions like this. Read all the words and match up the ones you're most sure of first, okay? And it will help you with the other ones. Okay, question number 5. What does the author compare Tristan's mood to in the classroom? Oh, what does the author compare? So that means he's comparing it to something. He's finding something that's similar to Tristan's mood in the classroom, I would probably look for the words mood, Tristan's mood, and classroom, or you might just remember in the text where it spoke about Tristan's mood. I wonder what the author compares it to. Okay, 5b. Which word shows she is comparing Tristan's mood with something else? So she is the author, still talking about the author. Which word shows she is comparing Tristan's mood with something else? Okay, so now you've got to find a word that shows that she is comparing that. Okay. Is the author comparing Tristan's mood with a brick wall? Is the author comparing Tristan's mood with a table? No, that wouldn't make sense, so make sure you look for that in the text. And last but not least, question number 6 is once again a retrieval question, and it says, how did Arton get his name? So how did Ariton get his name? I would look for the words Ariton and name. And I know that the answer for this will be somewhere in this part of the text because it speaks about Ariton quite a lot. Okay. So we have completed all of our questions for today. Now year 3 on pages 18 and 19. So you haven't got a challenge for today because you have had quite a lot of questions to answer. Okay, so tomorrow we will be moving on to our writing books, okay? So you are done with your reading books for this week for now, and we will be doing our writing. So I will see you tomorrow for Wednesday's learning. Okay, bye.